Well, galera, let's react to another song. This time, Kiko Loureiro's new song, Out of Nothing. Right, so Kiko, for those of you who might not know, is a great guitar player, played for Angra, played with Megadeth until recently, and has his own solo career. So this is his new solo song, instrumental song, guitar song. So let's check it out. So right off the bat, starting with tritones. So right, so tritones are these intervals that are the most. It's the most dissonant interval that we have in music. You know, it was forbidden for a long time during the Middle Ages because it was the devil's sound and stuff like that. So right off the bat, using that and doubling down on it, because he does right, so that's one, and then he does another one. Let's back it up a little bit and keep going. Yes. So good. Now this is pretty much a variation on top of that, like building your riff with those same notes. It's 4/4, but the drums, the patterns that I'm assuming Bruno Valverde recorded this. It's the drummer for Angra and has recorded Kiko's last album, open source as well. Monster drum. Okay, so before we go into that, there's a little break here, right? So this is an A sus, and then what's that? So looks like he does the A sus 9 and then raises the fifth. Have the tritone between the F and the B. Okay. Yeah. So first the harmony. A minor. Okay, so harmony seems to be A minor to E major, but then we have this lick that is monstrous. And this mostly kind of arpeggiating the chord, that kind of stuff. Obviously, like this is a very reduced version of it, but it's mostly arpeggiating the chords, but with this really interesting rhythmic pattern. Super cool, and then he kind of weaves his way into melody. And then there's these big, intervals, big distance with the slides. Probably this, right? So again, just highlighting the notes of the chords. A minor here and E major here. Now, this is very interesting because we get to a section where we're mostly playing over an E major chord. Sorry, my chair keeps dropping here. So we're mostly playing over this E major. And at first, we have this Phrygian feeling. So right, so that's Phrygian major from the harmonic minor scale. But then at one point he kind of goes into a Mixolydian feel, right, where he kind of omits those flat 9 and flat 6 from the Phrygian, right? So it sounds Mixolydian. Right, so here is very Phrygian. And that's where it sounds a lot more Mixolydian. And some crazy arpeggios and string skipping stuff. Spike it up and listen to it again without interruptions. Back to a tritone. But another thing that I wanted to highlight is how the double bass drums and the bass make this section so heavy. It's awesome. So I believe now we're back to the initial riffs. Beautiful, beautiful. So here we have big diminished arpeggio, followed by a minor, followed by a diminished, followed by a minor. Right, so first you have something like So then apparently C minor chord. Yeah. So this type of way of arpeggiating things that Kiko does a lot. Right, so skipping strings. So a pattern based on this type of shape and fingering. Another diminish. Right, so just sliding back, 1.5 step. That's something that Malmsteen does a lot as well. And then, what is this? So, what's that? So that's a G minor. Right. Something along those lines. That's similar to what he does in the solo for that song from Hunters and Prey. I'm gonna remember the name. And then we relax. Apparently we're going into some Baroque vibes here. So harmony very similar to what we were listening to in the beginning, like the first riffs, but now there's a new melodic pattern, again very highlighting the chord tones. A lot of open strings there as well. Nice. And back to the melodic theme. What a cool song. What a cool song. Just letting it ring here at the end. Let me check the production credits, because the production is amazing. It's amazing. Yeah. No, it doesn't mention here who was the producer. I believe it was Adair Delfenbach, who's a Brazilian producer. So a picture of both of them together on Instagram or something. Adair is an amazing producer, and he does some really heavy stuff. And I believe he produced, if I'm not mistaken, he may have produced Kiko's last album, and I'm sure that he produced some other Brazilian artists like Project 46, for example, some guys that do some very heavy stuff. This is an amazing production. Like I mentioned, like the drums and the bass, they give it a lot of punch, and they make it really heavy. But also the guitars, right? It's not just one guitar. It's a bunch of guitars. The riffs, of course, are great, and they make it easy for that. But also the arrangement and the way the guitars are played. And it's just Kiko, right? What can you say? Technically, it's an amazing song. It's a very tricky one. I kind of, figured out a few things here and there, but to really learn it note per note, it does take a while. First to kind of listen and write to figure out all the notes, but also because there are some passages that are very technical. So to get them under your fingers does take practice. But yeah, awesome song. I would say that it sounds, kind of consistent to the sound that he put out with the last record, Open Source. So that just makes me more curious to listen to the rest of the new album. That's the first song that he dropped, but the new album's coming soon. So I can't wait to hear that. And having said that, as usual, if you like this video, this analysis, this reaction, please let me know. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and also please comment and give me your suggestions for next songs that I can react to, so that we can listen to music together. That's it, guys. Thank you so much. Peace.